Questions arise about why health leaders were not told sooner about Elizabethkingia. The bacteria has led to more than a dozen deaths here in Wisconsin. Rebecca Clough joins us now with why the illness has Democrats writing the governor, huh?
That's right, George. Now, Democrat leaders sent this letter here to the governor. They say health leaders have known about Elizabethkingia for months before others were told. But the Department of Health Services says the Democrats have their dates wrong.
Elizabethkingia has sickened dozens of people across southeast Wisconsin. 18 have died. This week we learned exclusively a baby may have the Elizabethkingia bacteria.
And this is a very serious issue. I mean, we've had over a dozen people die, and we knew about this, or the Department of Health and Human Services did, last fall.
But the Department of Health Services disagrees. It says the first cases were diagnosed the week of December 29th. A records check found undiagnosed cases from November. That's not the only date Representative Barca is questioning. He says the Centers for Disease Control was not contacted until February 2nd, and health providers didn't know until 3 weeks after that. But the DHS says they were called immediately, the first week of January, and doctors and hospitals were told within that same time. Finally, January 15th, DHS says a treatment for Elizabethkingia was discovered and hospitals were updated again.
And we actually consider that one of the big successes of this investigation, that we have shared that information so early, and we believe that that has made a difference for some patients' outcomes.
People in Wisconsin were not told about the illness, though, until March 2nd. DHS says they waited because they were worried about spreading fear.
You're talking about months going by where they were aware of this, and it appears that they knew the severity of it, and yet they waited till March to notify people.
Now, DHS says there is still no known source of the Elizabethkingia outbreak. That's something they're still working on with the CDC.
Thanks, Rebecca.
Thank you, Rebecca.